I originally was trained as an economist and started to realize that my love was really interacting with students and seeing the possibilities that education could foster. I left being an economist and started up at Lewis and Clark College, where I studied to get my master's in teaching. Came to Jefferson High School 8 years ago as a vice principal, and then 5 years ago became the principal here at Jeff. So one of the things we ask our staff to do with students is that you meet the students where they are, and then you take them and help them accelerate their learning. So we do a similar thing with staff. You have to learn about the staff and meet them where they are, understand what their strengths are, what they're thinking about, where they want to develop their practice, and then provide them opportunities to do that. You know, you have gains and you have setbacks, and so some of it is helping people understand that it's not perfect. We're not looking for perfection, we're looking for progress. And that takes taking some calculated risks. And sometimes it means that it doesn't turn out quite the way you want it to, right? But that you keep coming back and talking about it, reflecting and refining and entering the space again to see how you can move things forward.
The one thing I'd say that I've learned the most from her is her instructional leadership. She is a wonderful instructional leader. She has taught me a lot over the 8 years that I've worked with her.
What we see and try to help students understand is not only do we want you to graduate from high school, but that you are going to be able to be successful in college. And so that's part of what our charge is to say, here's what college looks like, here's what the demands are, and here's how you can meet those challenges, and that we are going to help you meet those challenges. And then we have two significant partnerships, like very, very large fundamental partnerships, one with Self-Enhancement Incorporated, and then the other with Portland Community College. So we work closely with staff from both SEI and PCC with the goal really of how do we get students to make the transition to high school and then accelerate their learning so that they can access college level coursework as juniors and complete it successfully.
She's able to provide really solid models for people to follow, really quick with data and research to support why we're making decisions we're making programmatically or in the building. I guess she speaks a lot of languages in terms of how to communicate to a staff to get that vision communicated.
Our theory of action is very simple. We looked internally and said, what is working with our students? And when we identified some key pieces that were working with our students, we said if it was good enough for a section of our students, how we take it out to everybody. So we talk about bringing everything to scale. We've been able to get our partners to buy into that same theory of action. And so, 100% of our students participate and take advantage of college level coursework. About 80% of our students opt in and take advantage of our partnership with Self-Enhancement. But this is both up from 15 to 20% 5 years ago. Really, there's no simple magic anything. It really is saying if you're a school, you need to look internally and say, where are the places that you're seeing success? How big can you grow that success? And what would it take to take it to a larger part of your student population?
What I love about Margaret Calvert is that she has a wonderful equity lens, and her lens is very clear.
We are very attentive to thinking about and looking at outcomes, student outcomes. And then really the ultimate goal is if we're seeing outcomes that are predictable based on race, that we want to disrupt that.
She's been on our equity team from the beginning and leads by example. She doesn't ask people to do things that she doesn't do herself.
So we enter the space constantly asking, what have we done today to disrupt the predictability of outcomes based on race? One is providing opportunities, but opportunities in my mind are a very low bar. So just granting students access to things is really, that's easy. And so as an educator, my job is not to just provide opportunities, but then to provide tangible means to find success. That the onus is not on the student, it's not on the family, it's on the educators in the building to say, here are the steps that we're taking to make sure and ensure that our students are finding success. I would say it's the driving force of the work that we do.
She believes that education can change lives. She embodies it, and I see it in the work that she does. And I think about that statement when I do my own work. that every moment in a classroom with students is an opportunity for this transformation to take place.
And I feel really fortunate to work in a school, in a place where that is constantly the question: how can we best serve the community and how can we best serve our students? It speaks to the work that the people do in the building every day, and I'm glad that I get to be part of it.